Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So for this video, what we're going to be looking at is the solution for our final exam. So this will be on the first question that we had, the one for the inventory. So I'm just going to do something quick and fast. So let me just go ahead and make a, a project right now. Okay, so the project is completed. So let's go ahead and have our inclusion guards. That will be if and if. I'm going to include it now, but I'm going to show you something afterwards why this can be a problem. Alright, so if not defined, define inventory underscore h, and we should end if. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is include some libraries, and the only library I think we'll need is our IOStream and our standard library here. Okay, that should be a semicolon. So let's create our class first of all, and our class will be inventory, and we'll start to add our data members. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our data members. Okay, so for the total, which would be a double also, now I'm going to initialize it to 0 because in the implementation phase I will not be setting it to anything, and I totally forgot to put private here. This is our private member function. Please do not forget to do that. So now for our public members, first of all I like to make my constructors first. That will be our default constructor, and this will be our overloaded constructor here, which I'll only pass the integer. So I'll only pass the that would be the item number, and I'll pass the quantity, and I'll only pass the double also. That's all I'll pass to this overloaded constructor. So let me go ahead and add the rest of function. I don't know, but I like when my function correspond. Probably some person would have the setters, all the setters, and then they have all the getters, but I prefer to have my setters and then the getter below it. So this should be all for the class, well, the header file. So let's just go straight into the CPP, and I'll just copy these, and I'll copy these, this also. Okay, so first of all, what we need here is to include the header file. So that's the first thing we need so we can use the functions. But if I should call a constructor, there is a high possibility that it will not run. So let's go ahead. And as you can see, it did not as expected. So I think the problem with this is the inclusion guards. I don't think anyone would have pointed that out to you or anyone else, but I found out that the inclusion guards is what is caused that problem. So I just comment it out. So you can see, well, probably after I save this thing, you can see we can see that I left off the .h. That was wrong move. So let me go ahead and you can see the function would come up now. So let me just to confirm that I was correct. Okay, so as you can see, I removed the header, the thing, the comments, and I still have the .h. So let me just put, and as you can see, the binary scope operator thing will not work. So I'll just comment it back out and I'll show you. Alright, so you can see that it's working. Not going to tell you not to use the inclusion guards, just know how you're using it. So we need to have our setters. So first of all, we need to have the set item number, and we're going to initialize it to 0. I like to copy this thing because I know that I'm going to use it a lot. So next will be our overloaded constructor, which will pass an int. You can say int x and int y. Well, let's make it correspond with the things that we're inting. So you can say I and int q, and well, that should be a q, and the double c. So all we need to do here is simply copy all of this, the setters here, paste it down here, and when we initialize it, we're going to overload it now. So we just change that to I and this to Q and this to C, and that should do it. Now we'll move on to the rest of our functions. Well, that should be inventory, and for the inventory, we need, the first thing that we're going to do is to set our item name, and we can just say int x, and they said that we need to do some input validation for the item number, the quantity, and the cost. So we can just say if x is less than 0, because we should not have any negative number, we should just see out, like I would say, invalid input in. So we can say invalid input there, and we can just say try again, and we just see in x here, and all we need to do now is say not return, but say item number equals x. Down here, what we need to do is to have our return part. So this would be the getter function. So we'll get the item number, and all we need to do now is to return the item number, as simple as that. So let me go ahead and do the rest of these. For the set total, what we need to do is, so let's say set total cost, and for this double x, I don't know why I'm doing that, but for this, all we need to do is to say the total cost is equal to get, that will be get quantity times then get cost. That should give us the total cost, and all we need to do here is just to return, after we get that, we'll just say return total cost. I can type. That's all. That's all it should be in it. So for here, all we need to do is to include. I'm not going to bother myself with including the inclusion guards. You can go ahead if you want to. So all we need to do is make our main function now. We'll say main, and we'll return 0. Good programming practice. And we can make an instance of this thing. Okay, so this is our instance, our object, and we'll say we want item 21, and we want 7 of that, and the price is, let's say, 80.00, and now we can see out that the total cost is, and we'll just say inv1 dot get total cost. We can put like a $sign here to see the $sign to know it's money. Alright, so before we run this bit of code, I think a good idea to do is probably to just do a quick check. So let's see. Alright, so this should be common letter. It should be a common letter as it's seen here. Well, I don't know. Well, it should be a common letter because we can't here. Here should be a common letter, and we're gonna a brace off here, and I think what we could do here, we should actually use up that x, so we can say the x is equal to this right here, and then we can say the total is equal to x, and we can see out x, and that should do the trick. So let's go back over here. We could actually allow the user to enter in the values here, but if we have a time, we'll just do it. So let's just compile and run this. In the meantime, because this is going to take probably a long time, but I'll probably have to make some variables anyways. So I'll have to have like, what was it, item, let's just say item, and int quant, and double price, and now I can say cout, can say, I don't have to say cout, I can just say, I don't know. Alright, so it's running. So as you can see, we have our values there, all of our values. As I was saying, that you could go, you can see we get our total. As I was saying, that you can allow the user to see in the values, and that should work as well. Thank you very much for taking the time out to watch this video. You can just check your thing to see if everything is correct with what you're supposed to have. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment it in the comment section. Thank you.